Developers hoping to revitalize Gaslight Village in East Grand Rapids presented a revised plan at the City Commission meeting tonight in response to public feedback.
News 8's Duncan McLean was in attendance, and he joins us in studio tonight with more on how the feedback was this time around. Duncan.
Well, Brian, Amber, the changes that we detailed in our coverage last week were fairly significant, lowering overall building heights, reducing the amount of new commercial space, and the number of housing units. And the feedback to those changes tonight was measured. Much discussion dedicated to every developer's bane right now, that being parking.
I just think there is way too much surface parking.
It just prioritized vehicles.
We need more, not less parking than we currently have.
Parking paralysis struck the East Grand Rapids City Commission meeting tonight as developers Gaslight Investors LLC came back from the drawing board with revised plans for their major development of decades vacant land in town. After public feedback said it was too tall and too dense.
We have been exploring a lot of alternative plans since we last met and listened to everyone's comments. Frankly, it's been fun going through a lot of different ideas and working traffic and height and density and all the different things that are discussed.
The most visible changes presented Monday satisfied the loudest outcry at the previous plan, that the buildings were too tall. To reduce height, stories were removed from many of the buildings, including the parking structure at the north end of the development, which was dropped by 1 floor. Meanwhile, 2 floors were removed from the previous 7-story mixed-use building. Both of those stories were self-contained parking.
With this comes changes to parking, to traffic. It's all tied together.
With those reductions in structured parking came increases in street spots and changes in flow through the heart of the development, to the chagrin of commissioners and community members.
That degree of asphalt just doesn't live up to my hopes for what the development can be.
Now the developers will consider that feedback, as will the commission. In the meantime, a formal parking study for the current demand of that area is planned for later this spring, which will inform the discussion moving forward, along with an ongoing trip generation analysis and a focus on the flow of intersections in that newly proposed plan. Now, as part of a rule that was enacted during this process in East Grand Rapids, no formal action can be taken on this plan for at least 30 days now, giving everyone a chance to chew on that feedback. Brian?